It's good to be with you again, and I hope your week is off to a good start. I hope you got to get out and enjoy some of the beautiful weather that occurred over this last weekend. It is moments like that that can hopefully regenerate you even during these times of challenge. Today I want to spend some time talking about the Federal CARES Act, money that the federal government has passed that has impacts on Ramsey County and state and local governments, in addition to many other industries and areas across our economy. I want to talk through some of that information a little bit after sharing it with the County Board of Commissioners this morning. That information was shared as a part of the COVID-19 update at the board meeting. And by way of reminder, you can see those excerpts and conversations with the commissioners from every Tuesday board meeting if you were to visit ramseycounty.us/coronavirus. It is one of the many pieces of information that we're putting up on our For Employees page. Before I dive into the specifics of the CARES Act, I will again remind everybody that while coronavirus starts as a health issue, as a virus that has been spreading amongst our communities, it exacerbates other issues that were around before the virus and really brings them to the surface. I'm talking about housing, the economy, health, and anything else in which we know that we have underlying needs that help make safe, resilient, and strong communities. We know that we live in a community in which not everyone has always had access to safe and affordable housing or a long-term stable job. And when we couple that with issues around health, we see how this becomes a complete comprehensive issue that must be dealt with holistically. We also know that if we as an organization and as a community do not address these multiple factors at the same time, we know that coming out of the coronavirus issue of health, we will have many issues in front of us that we will have regretted not dealing with at a moment of need across the board. And so just know that in Ramsey County's response, we need to think about these social determinants. We need to think about the role that race and ethnicity and other structural barriers play in safe housing and access to jobs and underlying health issues. And we need to apply all of that knowledge and all of our understanding and years worth of building a platform on which to do cross-cutting work. We need to bring that to bear now at a time while addressing the health issues specific to COVID-19. Now, back to the Federal CARES Act specifically and some dynamics that I want to make sure you know about. The federal government recently passed this act, the Federal CARES Act, and in it were direct appropriations to states and local governments over 500,000 people. In the state of Minnesota, that meant there were 3 direct allocations. One to the state of Minnesota for approximately $2 billion, another to Hennepin County for approximately $220 million, and a third appropriation directly to Ramsey County for approximately $96 million. Today, I presented with staff represented from across this organization a plan to the county board that we asked them to discuss and hopefully approve in the coming weeks that would allocate those funds into the areas of financial, workforce, and small business assistance in a comprehensive way to support this economy. Doing that alongside a recognition that Ramsey County needs to remain financially solvent through all of its emergency response so that we're able to do a wide range of activities as we go. It's a careful balance. We're spending a lot of money as an organization in our service delivery response to this community, but we also recognize we need to get money out the door and in the hands of individuals and families and small businesses who need it the most to be able to survive this unprecedented challenge. I'm not going to go through every piece of the $56 million we laid out across financial, workforce, and small business assistance this morning to the board. Instead, I would ask you to read the article on RamseyNet today from the county manager that more comprehensively outlines that package. I would also ask you to consider reading the memo that went to the board, which I will also make sure is linked in the RamseyNet article and directly shows you what I shared with our policymakers this morning. You can watch the discussion on the COVID-19 video and see their reaction. You can also hear about how we plan to roll out with other stakeholders this approach during the coming 2 weeks. We plan to talk to every city in Ramsey County. We plan to use our racial equity and community engagement response teams that we have talked about before as a part of how we vet and further hone our package. We want to work with the compliance and oversight team to ensure these millions are spent in ways that are transparent and accountable and in line with our vision, values, and the requirements from the federal government. And we plan to engage community members, as challenging as that can be at a time when we can't all sit in the same room, to ensure that they too have a voice in the money that is going out into their community, particularly the communities most impacted by COVID-19. And finally, we'll continue to seek feedback from employees across this organization as we go. I hope you're excited by Ramsey County's swift and comprehensive response as we try and bring additional resources to bear to support our work and, most importantly, support the daily lives of everyone around us as friends and neighbors. I hope you continue to see this organization leaning in wherever possible to support residents and employees in this multifaceted approach. And I hope you know that we will continue to work as hard and as fast as we can to respond in the moment to the ever-changing face of the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you, as always, for the great work that you are doing. Thank you for all the work that laid the foundation for this quick proposal to get out in front of the county board today, for them to consider and be able to act upon in the weeks to come. And I look forward to being back with you again soon to share more information about the ever-changing face of the COVID-19 emergency response. Have a wonderful day.